Daddy Said a Word I Never Heard by Scott M. Cohn. Note to parents, this book is kid safe and contains no actual obscenity. Daddy said a word I never heard. I was down in the playroom one crisp autumn eve with Tallulah and Ruby enjoying some tea. We'd had a nice portrait made up of us all, and Daddy was hanging it up on the wall. He took out a nail from inside his shirt pocket. Raising his hammer, got ready to sock it. But apparently things didn't go quite as planned, and the hammer slammed down with great speed on his hand. Thwack! He dropped all his tools to the floor and turned red. Then he shouted a word that I'd never heard said. Scap! Mommy seemed shocked, and Daddy got quiet. I grabbed my best Band-Aid and rushed to apply it. I bandaged his hand, and he put me to bed, but that word that I'd heard echoed all through my head. I thought of the time Daddy fell off the pier, and he shouted a word that was new to my ear. For hanging! And when Daddy's good buddies came by to play games, the language they used seemed to be much the same. Fatouche! And of course, every time Uncle Elon stopped by, I was forced to wear headphones and never told why. The next day at school, we drew turkeys on plates, but my turkey looked like a pig on green skates. I felt very angry and let out a shout, and the word that I'd heard was the one that came out. Scap! When Mrs. Moran heard my frustrated bleat, she took me aside and we both had a seat. She asked where I'd picked up such colorful grammar, so I told her of Daddy's mistake with the hammer. She gave me a look that was stern yet sincere. We mustn't repeat every word that we hear. But Daddy says all kinds of words, I replied. Which ones can I say? How will I decide? Lyra, Schmegel, Scarbrata, Muckroot, Skohilla, Sungovel. The ones he says when he stubs his big toe. Kuda! Or the DVR doesn't record the whole show. Hello! When his number one team has just botched a big play. Schleischlong! These are the words that you ought not to say. Mrs. Moran said, let's put it to rest, and the end of the day came without further stress. At home I found Mommy and Daddy contrite. I said I think I'd like meatloaf tonight. It seems that my teacher had called home that day and asked them to carefully choose what to say. I thought they'd be mad for what happened at school, but Daddy came over and pulled up a stool. I'm sorry, my sweetie, for filling your head with those words that your daddy should never have said. There are still ways of speaking when you get upset that express how you're feeling and won't cause regret. So the next time your drawing just doesn't look right, or there's not enough wind to go fly your new kite, you can say, I'm not happy, or I'm feeling blue, and then try to find something else fun you can do. I agreed that the best way to speak as a rule is to use all the good words I'm learning at school. Then Mommy surprised me with meatloaf and sprouts, but the plate was too hot, so she let out a shout. Kill Scott! The end.